Hello everyone, I welcome you all for this particular session where we are trying to uh, construct the velocity and acceleration diagram for a 4-bar mechanism. So I'll read out the definition here, problem definition, where just submit in. Okay. So a problem definition says that a 4-bar mechanism in which crank O2 rotates at 200 rpm and also has an angular acceleration of 150 radians per second square at an instant. Okay. So when the crank makes an angle 45 degree with respect to the horizontal. So what has to be determined is find the acceleration of point B and C and angular velocities and acceleration of link 3 and link 4. Okay, so here what we are planning is we'll be trying to construct this particular mechanism. First we will be constructing the configuration diagram for this. So I'll read out the what we call it as the dimensions of the mechanism. O2 O4 is 120 mm, O2A is 45 mm, AB is 90 mm, O4B is 60 mm, and AC is 40 mm. So first what we'll do is we'll try to reduce the scale here because it has to fit the particular paper, so we need to reduce it out. So what I've done is I've taken 1:2 scale. So 1:2 is the scale for this configuration diagram. So first O2 O4 has to be drawn. So O2 O4 I have drawn it as 60 mm. So 1:2 scale if I take it, so I'll be doing O2 O4 as 60 mm. Just if you can observe here, it is 60 mm from here. So then what is the question they have asked is the crank makes an angle 45 degree. Okay, the crank makes an angle 45 degree. First for that what we have to do is, so O2, from O2 the crank starts. So what we'll do is we'll keep the protractor here. Okay, so we'll keep the protractor with the O2 O4 as the base and we'll mark the angle 45 degree. We'll mark the angle 45 degree here. So this is the 45 degree angle we have marked. So what is the length they have taken? O2A is 45 mm. So if I do it half, so it will be 22.5. So from here I have to draw a line of 22.5. So we'll start from here. Okay, 22.5 means this is 10 mm, 20 mm. So here nearby here you will be getting 22.5. This is the point. So what we'll be doing is we'll be marking this point as A point. Okay, we'll be marking this point as A point. So from here we will be joining this line. So we got O2A here. Okay, O2A we have got it. So next what they have told is AB has a length of 90 mm and O4B has a length of 60 mm. So we need to locate the point B here. So in order to locate the point B, what we'll do is we'll create two arcs of radius 90 mm and 60 mm. So if you reduce the scale, AB will be 45 mm and O4B will be 30 mm. So from point A I'll be taking an arc of 45 mm. So I'll take the scale here. So I'll put it 45 mm here. Okay, so we'll take that 45 mm. So from here I'll be cutting an arc of 45 mm. 45 mm. So from O4B it is 60 mm. So if I reduce the scale, it will be 30 mm. So I'll be taking a scale of 30 mm. Okay, so I'll keep it on O4 and cut an arc here. So I got a point B here. So what I'll do is I'll just join the O4B here and AB. O4B and AB I'll be joining. Okay, so this is the figure here, and also what they have done is they have given a point called as C. Okay, there is a point C which is at distance AC is equal to 40 mm. So AC is equal to 40 mm means along this line only there is a point which has to be located. So from AC it is 40 mm, means if I take a scale of 1:2, it will be 20 mm. So from here I'll be taking a length of 20 mm. I'll mark it here. Okay, I'll mark it here. So this becomes C. This becomes C. So this will be your configuration diagram. This becomes your configuration diagram. Okay, I hope this is clear how we have constructed the configuration diagram. So next what we have to do is we have to calculate the velocity. Okay, so we have to calculate the velocity here. So first what they have given is they have given a speed here. Okay, if you see from the problem definition, so if you see from the problem definition, what they have told, what they have given is crank rotates at 200 rpm. Okay, so crank rotates at 200 rpm means we have a value here, so which is na which is being given as 200 rpm. Okay, so the na which is being given is 200 rpm. So what you have to calculate is through this rpm we can calculate the value of what? We can calculate the value of angular velocity. Okay, so what is the value of angular velocity we'll be getting? So that is omega a will be getting, omega a is nothing but 2 pi na divided by 60. 2 pi na divided by 60, which is nothing but 2 pi into 200 divided by 60. So if you solve this, so we'll be getting it as 20.944 radians per second. We'll be getting 20.944 radians per second. So next, also what they have given is they have given if you observe here, if they have given angular acceleration here, angular acceleration of 150 radians per second. Okay, second square, that is, it is given as alpha a, and it is given as 150 radians per second square. So this is the data which is being given. So now what is the our motto is to find out the velocities of different lengths. So in order to do that, what we are doing is first we need to convert this angular velocity into linear velocity. So that is VA, we have to calculate VA. VA is nothing but, we know the formula, omega A into R, where R is nothing but link length. R is nothing but link length, but it should be in meters. You have to remember that it should be in meters. So next, omega A we have already found out, that is 20.944. so we have to know the crank length. Okay, so from the problem, you know that O2A is 45 mm. O2A is 45 mm. So if you calculate that in meters, you will be getting 0.045. okay, you will be getting it as 0.045 mm, meter. Okay, 0.045 meter. So if you solve this, so what you will be getting here is VA is equal to 0.94248 meters per second. 0.94248 meters per second. So next what we are doing is we'll consider this as a base, and we'll try to construct the velocity and velocity diagram. Okay, so in order to do that, first and the foremost thing is we need to understand this figure. So from the diagram, what it is doing is it is giving a rotation in a clockwise direction. Okay, the rotation of the crank is in clockwise direction. Okay, which we have calculated, that is omega a, and also the angular acceleration is in this direction, which is alpha a. Alpha a is 150 radians per second square. 150 radians per second square. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll try to construct the velocity diagram here. So how to construct the velocity diagram is, first and the foremost thing, we have to see the base, that is the fixed link. So O2 O4 is a fixed link. As it is a fixed link, there is no any relative motion which is happening. So because of that, what happens here is you will be getting no velocity here. So what happens here is O2 O4. So O2 O4, I'll take a point here. O2 O4 will lie on a single point. O2 O4 will lie on a single point. So as we have discussed in the online class, that the velocity, the linear velocity of a particular link will be always perpendicular to that link direction, okay, or link orientation. So for that case, we will be drawing the perpendicular line with respect to, first I have to find out VA. So VA, I know the magnitude, I should know the direction of that. For that case, what I'll do is I'll keep the protractor on this base and take a 90 degree here, okay, and take a 90 degree. So we'll do that. So I'll keep a protractor on this, taking O2A as a base, okay, taking O2A as a base, we'll try to find out the, okay, so O2A, O2A as a base, you can keep on any line here, you can keep it on any line, we will be getting the base here. So at 90 degree will be here, okay, so 90 degree will be here. So I'll take a point here exactly. So 90 degree will be on this particular point, okay. So what I'll do is I'll just draw an extended line 90 degrees. This is sorry, I've taken the point here. So this will be the line, okay, this will be the line here. So now what I'll do is I'll try to project this line parallel to O2 O4. So this is 90 degree, means this will also be 90 degree. So before doing that, what you have to do is we have calculated the linear velocity, that is we have got it as 0.94248. So we have to select a scale for this particular analysis, okay. When you are selecting that, you have to select the scale here. So scale of this will be, so 1 centimeter will be equal to 0.2 meter per second. So 1 centimeter will be equal to 0.2 meters per second. So what happens here is you have a VA value as 0.4248. So if I divide that 0.94248 divided by 0.2, so I'll be getting 4.71 centimeter, 4.71 centimeter, okay. Is it clear? 4.71 centimeter. So that I will be taking. So now what I'll do is I will be taking a scale here. So this is a roller scale which I am taking. So I'll just transfer the line here. I'll just transfer the line. I'll just transfer the line here. So from here I am trying to do it. So I'll just transfer the line. Lightly I am transferring it, okay. So from here I have to take 4.71. So I have to take it 4.71. Okay, 4.71. So 4.7 I'll be marking here. 4.7 I'll be marking. So I'll be drawing the line with respect to that. I'll be drawing the line with respect to that. So if you see the direction of that, means if you see the configuration diagram here, so this velocity is having a clockwise motion which is going downwards, so velocity also will be in this particular direction only. The velocity will be in this particular direction only. So this will be the direction of the velocity. So we call this as VA. Okay. So next, with respect to this, Okay, so what point we got it here? So I'll take a point here. The point which is there is A point. So from O to A, okay, from O to A, when I'm trying to find out, find out the velocity of A with respect to O2, with the velocity of A with respect to O2. So O2 is there here, so I've taken a small a for the reference. Next, what you have to do, you have to find out the velocity of B with respect to A, velocity of B with respect to A. For that, what you have to do, you have to draw a line perpendicular to this line. You have to draw a line perpendicular to this line. So what we are doing here is, I'll take a protractor, protractor here. So at this particular random point, I am marking it as at a C point. I am taking, I am marking a point here. So next, what I'll do is, I'll draw an extended line. I'll draw an extended line here. Okay, so I'll mark this as 90 degree here. Okay, so what I'll do is now, so from A, see here, I'm not taking exactly on C. You can take on any point here. You can take on any point on this line and draw the perpendicular line, and you have to just project or just take a parallel line with respect to that. So next, what I'm doing is, so I'm taking a scale here. Okay, this is line. I'm trying to draw a perpendicular line. I'm trying to draw a perpendicular line. So from here, I'm trying to extend this line. Okay, I'm just extending this line. So next, what you have to do, you have to draw the one more line, because we didn't got the point B here, because this is just a line. We don't know the magnitude of this velocity. So VA we had calculated, we know the velocity, so we got that point, but we don't know the velocity of point B. Velocity of point B. So what we are doing is, we are trying to construct two lines which will coincide at that particular point, and it will give you the point B. Okay, so what we are doing now is, so once again what we have to do is, you have to mark a point, just a random point. Okay, just a random point. On this, you have to keep a protractor. Okay, you have to keep a protractor here, and then draw a perpendicular line. Draw a perpendicular line which is 90 degree. Okay, and then join it with the scale. Join it with the scale. Just a imaginary line. Just a imaginary line. You have to remember that you have to draw a imaginary line here. Okay, so this is perpendicular to, this line is perpendicular to this particular portion. So then what we do is, we will transfer this line here. Okay, so from B, from where it is starting, from O4 it is starting and ending at B. So what I am doing is, I am just transferring this particular line to the point O4. So I am just transferring here. So I am just extending it. Okay, so they both go inside at this particular point. At this particular point. Okay, so at this particular point, so we call that point as B. We call it point as B. Okay, so next, I'll join them. I'll join them. Okay, so I have already told you, when the link tries to move in this particular direction, this link will be trying to move in the opposite direction. So it will be in this particular direction. This will be V of B with respect to A. V of B with respect to A, and the resultant will be in the opposite direction. The resultant will be in the opposite direction. So this will be VB. This will be VB. Okay, I hope this is clear. So one more thing they have asked is, here in the question, if you study here, they have asked to find out the acceleration of B and C. So we have to locate, because there is a point here. Okay, so we need to locate that point on the velocity also. So how to do that? So we'll be using similar triangle formula. Okay, which says that, okay, what it says is, we'll see here. So you know this distance, okay. So what it says is AC by AB is equal to, wherever I want to mark the point here, that will be AC, small AC upon AB. So I'll just write it down. So from the similar triangle, AC upon AB should be equal to small AC upon small AB. This is velocity. So AC was given here. If you see here from the figure, it is 40 mm. Okay, AB is 90 mm. Should be equal to AC. We have to find out. AB, I have to just check how much is the distance. So if you observe here, it is 41. Okay, so this is 41. So if you solve this, AC is equal to, okay, if you solve this, what you will be getting, I'll just calculate it. So that will be 40 divided by 90 into 41. So you'll be getting 18.2 mm. 18.2 mm. So you got the distance AC here, which is 18.2 mm. So what you have to do is, from this point, okay, you got this AC here. AC is 18.2 mm. So what you have to do is, so from here, so you have to take a distance of almost 18 mm. So you have to take a distance of 18 mm and mark the point, so this will be the point C. This will be the point C, and velocity will be with respect to O2. Velocity will be given with respect to O2. So we'll join this point, okay, and we'll mark this in this particular direction. It is going out. So this will be VC. This will be VC. I hope this is clear how to draw the velocity diagram. So first we have calculated the linear velocity here, linear velocity. Then we took the perpendicular line with respect to this line O2. Then we projected here. Then we took the perpendicular line, we projected here, and we took once again perpendicular line, we projected here, and we got the value. So next what we have to find out is, you have to find out the acceleration. This is velocity diagram. This is velocity diagram. Next you have to find out the acceleration diagram. You have to find out the acceleration diagram. So in order to do the acceleration diagram, okay, so I have already told you in the online class, we have to make a table. Which says that first is what we call it as the link length, in meters, okay. Then velocity you have to calculate. Velocity of in terms of meters per second. Then we have to find out centripetal acceleration, which is an, which is v square by r is nothing but link length, okay. So we can call it here as r, and then we can find out the tangential acceleration, that is at, which is alpha into r. So this is the formula you have to remember. So before doing that, we can just first find out the values of the velocities, okay. So first what we got now, we got the distances here. So we got the distances, so we can write what are the distances here. First we got AB, okay. So AB we had got it as 41 mm, 41 mm. Then we got O2B, we got O2B, which is, we'll measure it here, we'll measure it. So how much is the distance here? It is 21 mm, 21 mm. And then we have to measure O2C. O2C is 34 mm. So O2C is, okay, O2C is 34 mm. So it is nothing but 4.1 centimeter, 2.1 centimeter and 3.4 centimeter. So we have to apply the scale here. So what scale we had taken here? We had taken 1 centimeter is equal to 0.2 meters per second. So 1 centimeter is 0.2 meters per second means, so what will be 4.1? 4.1 into 0.2. So if you take it, so you will be getting it as 0.82 meters per second. Okay, 0.82 meters per second. So this will be 2.1 into 0.2. So it will be 0.42 meters per second, and 3.4 into 0.2, you will be getting it as 0.68 meters per second. Okay, so these are the values which we have got. Okay, so these are the values which we have got. After that we have to write the configuration, acceleration tabulation here. So first link is O2A, O2A, then will be AB, then will be O4B. Okay, so then what is the link length we have? So if you see from the figure, O2A is 45 mm. So in meters it will be 0.045, 0.045. Then AB is 90 mm, so it will be 0.090 meters. Then O4B is 60 mm. So 60 mm means it will be 0.06 mm. So what are the velocities we have got? So VA we had got it as we have already VA here, which is how much we had got, already we have here, it is 0.94248. so for 0.942 I'll take it. Then VAB we have calculated, it is 0.82, so it is 0.82. So then we have calculated O4B. So O4B, sorry, it's not O2B, it is O4B. Okay, this is O4B. So O4B is 0.42 meters per second. So I'll take it as 0.42 meters per second. So next what we have to do is, we have to calculate the value of centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration we have to calculate. So what will be the centripetal acceleration? It will be velocity, square upon link length. So 0.942 square divided by 0.045. So we'll be getting 19.7. it will be meter per second square here. So next comes 0.82 square divided by 0.09. so you'll be getting it as 7.47. Next we have to do 0.42 square divided by 0.06. So we'll be getting it as 2.94. So let's check it out. 0.82 square divided by 0.09, 7.47. Okay, so we have got the normal acceleration. So then what we are doing is, we will be checking whether there is a tangential acceleration possible or not. So if you see the figure here, in the figure they have mentioned the tangential acceleration of 150 radians per second square. So we have to consider this for calculating the tangential acceleration here. Okay, so tangential acceleration for link O2A is 150 into link length is 0.045. So we have to take 150 into 0.045. So what you will be getting here is 6.75. So you'll be getting 6.75. Okay, so next we have to check is there any possibility of tangential acceleration here. So of course if you see the velocity here, there is a difference in velocity. So if I take this as an initial velocity and this as a final velocity, so there is a change in velocity. So tangential acceleration is possible, but I don't know the magnitude and direction, so I'll keep it as a question mark. Okay, so next if you see the O4B link, it is 0.42, AB is 0.82, so there is a change in velocity. So in that case this will also be having the magnitude and direction, but I don't know what will be the magnitude and direction. Okay, so next we'll start with the construction with the help of these values. So if you see the dimensions here, so if you just observe the dimensions, so the dimension is 19.7. okay, 19.7 here. So what I'll do is I'll take a scale, so I have to mention the scale all the time. So I'll take a scale here. Scale will be equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 20 meters, uh, 2 meters per second square. So what I'll do is 1 centimeter is equal to 2 meters per second square I'll take. So what is the value you had got here? It is 19.7. So if you to take with respect to scale, so 19.7 divided by 2 I'll take it. So what I'll do is I'll be getting 9.85. So I'll write it here only. It is 9.85. 7.47 divided by 2. So I'll be getting 3.73. okay, 3.73, and 2.94 divided by 2, so I'll be getting it as 1.47. okay, I also have tangential acceleration here, so it will be 6.45 divided by 2, so I'll be getting 3.22. okay, these are the scale dimensions with respect to which we have to construct the uh, acceleration diagram. So now we'll start with the acceleration diagram. okay, so we need to check whether this 9.85 will fit this in this particular diagram or not. So I have taken here, so whether it will fit. Yes, it will fit. okay, so what I'll do is I'll take a position now. So as we all know that for O2 O4 we had taken a point. Why we had taken is as it is a fixed link. So now also we have to take it, because as there is no any velocity, acceleration also will not be possible. So what I'll do is I'll take a point here. I'll take a point here. So I'll name it as O2 O4. O2 O4. Next, what is the thing is, so we have to construct the two accelerations here. Well, every time we have to construct the two accelerations line. One is normal acceleration and one more is the tangential acceleration. So normal acceleration is always towards the center of the axis of the rotation of the link. okay, so if you just observe here, if you observe here, okay, this link is rotating like this, this link is rotating like this. So if I want to find out the acceleration of A with respect to O2, the acceleration, the centripetal acceleration or the normal acceleration will be always pointing downwards, will be always pointing downwards. So if you are in doubt whether the acceleration diagram will come over this or below this, you have to just see the configuration diagram. It has to go down, it has to go down. So what would be the direction of the you know the direction, now you have to know the orientation of the acceleration diagram. So in order to know the orientation of acceleration diagram, what you have to do is acceleration diagram will be always parallel to the link orientation, always parallel to the link orientation. So if you see this, if you see this, this is the orientation of this link, so it will be same towards that particular direction. Okay, so next we'll be drawing that. Okay, so to do that, what I have to do is I have to take a line parallel to the axis of this. Okay, I have to take a parallel to this axis. So what I am doing is, so I'll take a line which is parallel to this, which is parallel to this axis. So what I'll do is I'll just draw an imaginary line here. Just I'll draw a imaginary line because I know the scale. So what is the scale here? We have taken here. So if you just observe, it is 9.85. 9.85 centimeter you have to take. Okay, 9.85 centimeter. So if you just observe here, I'll take it the orientation along this particular point. Okay, from this it has to be 9.8. 9.8. So what you have to do is you have to do the dash line here. Okay, so this will be that particular point. Okay, so what is this? This is the normal acceleration of link A. Okay, this is the normal acceleration of link A. So what I'll do is I'll take the position here. Okay, so okay, with respect to this, I'll write it as it is the normal acceleration of A with respect to O2. With respect to O2, as O2 is fixed, I can write it directly as A. Okay, so next what you have to do, you have to draw the tangential acceleration. So tangential acceleration will be always perpendicular to the normal acceleration. Tangential acceleration will be always perpendicular to the normal acceleration. So this is rotating in this direction, it will be perpendicular to this. So I have to draw a perpendicular line with respect to this. So I'll show you. So taking this as a base, okay, taking this as a base, I'll take it as a 90 degree. I'll mark it out. I will mark it out here. Okay, and take the scale okay, and just draw a perpendicular line, and I'll try to just draw a hidden line here. Okay, so what happens here is, what is the dimensions? We have already known the dimension of this. So this is 6.75. okay, this is 6.75, which means that 3.22 centimeter I have to take, which is nothing but 3.2 centimeter I have to take. So what I'll do is, from here I have to take a distance of 3.2 centimeter. 3.2 centimeter. So from here I'll be taking it as 3.2. okay, so then you can take the pencil or pen and you can mark it 3.2. so you got this tangential acceleration. So if you observe here, the normal acceleration and the tangential acceleration are in the same direction. So if this comes, this ends here, it follows in this particular direction. This follows this in this particular direction. So this will be a tangential acceleration of A. So we have already discussed the actual acceleration of the link will be the resultant of tangential acceleration and normal acceleration. So we got one vector here and one more vector here. So the resultant vector will be giving you the actual acceleration. So if you just take this point here, okay, take this point and join this. So this will be the we'll be getting a point here. So this point is nothing but A dash. This is nothing but A dash point here. Okay, so this is A dash. So this will be actual acceleration of A. This will be actual acceleration of A. So next what you have to do is, we have to calculate the acceleration of CB. AB link. We have to calculate the acceleration of that. So now what we'll do is, we'll draw a line parallel to this, so which will be giving us normal acceleration. So what we'll do is we'll take the scale, and we know the value of normal acceleration, that is 3.73. So we'll be doing that. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll take a scale, we'll just try to rotate it. Okay, we'll get a line here, so that will be, we'll just draw it a imaginary line here. So what is the value of that? It is 3.73. so I'll be taking it as 3.7. so from here I'll be drawing 3.7. okay, so I'll mark the point here, I'll mark the point here. So I will be getting the normal acceleration here, normal acceleration here. Okay, so with respect, what is this normal acceleration? This is the normal acceleration, this is the normal acceleration of B with respect to A. So we are talking about link AB. Okay, link AB we are talking, so it will be B with respect to A. So then with respect to this, what we have to do is we have to draw the tangential acceleration. With respect to this, we have to draw a tangential acceleration. So I'll just mark the point here. So whether this tangential acceleration will coincide bottom or at the top, we don't know. So what we have done is we have taken this as a reference and we took it as a 90-degree. So later what we have to do is we have to draw an extended line here. You have to draw an extended line. So from here what you have to do is you have to draw an extended line. You have to draw an extended line. So this will be giving you the tangential acceleration. But I want to locate the point B. I want to locate the point B, but I can't do it because I don't know the coincidence where it is happening. So for that case, we have to once again find out the acceleration of B with respect to O4. With respect to O4. So for that case, once again we have to draw the normal acceleration here. So here, what will be the direction of this that is acceleration, normal acceleration of B with respect to A is always the normal acceleration will try to go towards the center, so it is going down now. So in this direction it is going in this particular direction, okay. So next we have drawn 90-degree here, we have drawn 90-degree. So next what you have to do is from O4 we have to draw a normal acceleration. So what you have to do, you have to take the scale. Okay, so you have to pass a, so like this, you have to take a scale, you have to draw a parallel line with respect to what we call it as I'll just just write down the line, small line diagram. So what is the normal acceleration here? So if you observe, what is the normal acceleration we have got for O4B? It is 2.94, which is divided by 2, it is 1.47. So 1.4 centimeter we have to mark it here. So you have to mark it is 1.4 centimeter. So from here, so you have to take it as 1.4. So from here it is, we have marked here, so this will be the point. Okay, and we will be drawing it in a hidden line, so like this we'll be drawing. So what will be the direction of this? So the direction of this will be, see here, always the centrifugal force, the centrifugal acceleration will be pointing towards the center, so this will be going in this particular direction. Okay, so what will be the direction of this? This will be going in this particular direction. So next what you have to do is you have drawn the normal acceleration of O4. So normal we have drawn, we have to draw the tangential acceleration. So it will be perpendicular to this particular direction. So it will be perpendicular to this particular direction. So 90-degree I have marked here. Okay, so I'll extend this. I'll extend this. Okay, it goes and coincides at this particular point. It goes and coincides at this particular point. So this point, where the value is there, I'll just highlight this. Okay, so if this is going in this particular direction, the tangential acceleration will also follow here like this. It will be in this direction. Here it is going in this direction, the tangential acceleration will be in this direction. So we get a point here, so this point is nothing but point B dash. So we can call it as A dash, O2 dash, O4 dash, and this is B dash. So now we got the point here. So what we'll do is we'll join A dash and B dash. So A dash and B dash will join it. Okay, we'll be joining the line here. So what will be this? This will be the resultant of this. This is the normal, this is tangential, this is A tangential with respect to B with respect to A. So the whatever we are getting, it will be A B with respect to A here. Is it clear? Okay, I hope this is clear. So with respect to these two, this is normal acceleration of O4, this is the tangential acceleration of O4. So the resultant will be when I join it with respect to this and this and this. Okay, so this will be the thing. So if you see this, what are the direction of the acceleration? This is moving in this direction, this is moving in this direction, the resultant will be in this particular direction. Okay, here it is moving in this direction, it is moving in this direction, the resultant will be in the opposite direction. Okay, so this will be A of O4, V A of O4. So in the problem what they have asked, if you see what is the problem definition they have asked is to find the acceleration at point B and acceleration at point C. Acceleration at point B and acceleration at point C, and also what they have asked is to find out angular velocity of link 3 and angular velocity of link 4 as well as angular acceleration of link 3 and angular acceleration of link 4. Okay, so now you know that what is the acceleration of point B. Okay, so it will be acceleration of point B with respect to we'll be seeing with respect to both the things. First what they have asked is angular acceleration of one second, what they have asked is they have asked to find out the acceleration of point B. Okay, so acceleration of point B is this. Okay, this is the point B, so it will be this is only B, acceleration of B. So acceleration of B, so this is acceleration of B, not O4, this is B. So you have to find out the distance here, acceleration of B here. So acceleration of B, if you just measure here, so we will be getting it as somewhere around 11.2 centimeter. So if you observe here, we got it as 11.2 centimeter. You have to multiply with the scale. So 1 centimeter is 2 meters per second, so it will be into 2. So you will be getting it as 11.2 into 2, 11.2 into 2, it will be 22.4 meter per second square. Now what they have asked is to find out the acceleration of point C. Where the acceleration of point C lies? It lies here, A dash and B dash. So for that case, once again we will be applying the same what we call it as the relationship which we have used, that is AC by AB is equal to A dash C by A dash B dash, A dash C dash. Okay, so we know that AC is 40 and AB is 90 should be equal to what is the value you got? A dash C dash we have to find out here, divided by what is A dash B dash. So you have to measure here. If you measure here, you will be getting the value here. If you measure this distance, it is 90. So 90 into 2. Okay, 90 into, so A dash B is 90, that is 9 centimeter, into 2. If you multiply it, it will become 18. So this is 18. Okay, this will be 18. So next you have to do the ratio of that. 40 divided by 90 into 18, you have to do it. So you'll be getting 8. Okay, so you'll be getting 8 as a distance. One second. Sorry, we should not multiply here. Sorry for this. You should not multiply this. So we can directly take it as 90 mm. 90 mm if you take it. So I made a mistake here. I should not multiply it with scale. So this will be 40 divided by 90 into 90. So we got the distance as 40 mm. So we got the distance A dash C dash as 40 mm. So what you have to do is, so you have to take the scale here. So from here you have to measure 40 mm. So you have to measure 40 mm. So from here you have to measure the point. Here we have to mark the point. This will be point C dash. This will be point C dash, and from here O2 you have to join that line. You have to join that line. So if you join it, okay, so we'll be getting the acceleration of C. Directly acceleration of C will be getting. So here what is the direction? It has to go towards the center, means if you observe, it has to go towards the center, means it will be in the downward direction. Okay, so what is the value of this? We have to measure now. The value of this is nearly, we got it as 96 mm. 96 mm. So 96 mm means 9.6 centimeter. 9.6 centimeter into 2 you have to do it. Okay, into 2 you have to do it. 9.6 into 2. So we'll be getting it as 19.2 meter per second square. 19.2 meter per second square. Okay, so now we have done the calculation for this. So we have to do the angular velocity of link 3. So what is link 3 here? What is the angular velocity of link 3? Link 3 is, this is first link. Okay, this is second link, this is third link, and this is fourth link. So if you know VAB, so if you know VAB, you can easily find out the velocity here. So what is VAB here? So this is VB with respect to A, this will be VB, and this will be VC. So V omega 3. So we know the formula as V is equal to omega into R. So omega will be V by R. So that is VB divided by A upon VB with respect to A divided by link length. So what is the link length here? So you have to find out the link length. What is AB? 90 mm. So you have to take it in meters per second. So it will be 0.82 divided by 0.09. Okay, so 0.82 divided by 0.09. So you'll be getting it as 9.11 radians per second. Radians per second. Next, omega 4 is, this is omega 4. This is the fourth link. Okay, we have to find out the fourth link. Fourth link is nothing but VB. Okay, so you have to take it as VB divided by R. So that is, VB is given as 0.42 divided by the link length O4B. O4B is what? 60 mm. So you have to take it as 0.06. 0.06 means how much you will be getting? 0.42 divided by 0.06. So you will be getting 7 radians per second. 7 radians per second. Okay. Next, we have to find out alpha 3, that is angular acceleration of link 3 and link 4. In order to find out the angular acceleration, if you see this formula, we have to use tangential acceleration here, tangential acceleration to calculate the value. So tangential acceleration is nothing but alpha into r. So if I want to find out alpha 3 is nothing but what? AB. So what should I have? I should have a tangential acceleration of B with respect to A divided by R. Here for link 4 I should have tangential acceleration of B with respect to O4 divided by R. So I have to measure here. So we have already seen here. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to see here, from you have to measure this tangential acceleration B with respect to A. So if you see from here, so we have got almost, it is 8.2 centimeter. So 8.2 centimeter into 2, you have to multiply the scale. So what is the link length of that? Okay, this link length is 90 mm, so we will be writing it as 0.09. so if you do that, what you will be getting? 8.2 into 2 divided by 0.09. So we will be getting it as 182.2 radians per second square, So here once again what they have asked, what you have to find out, that is tangential acceleration of B with respect to O4. This is the tangential acceleration. So you have to measure this distance. So we'll be measuring this. This is 11 centimeter. Okay, so 11 into 2, scale have to multiply. What is the link length of this? So this is the value for the link length of O4B is 60 mm, that is 0.06. So I have to take it as 0.06. So what you will be getting? 11 into 2 divided by 0.06. So you will be getting it as 366.6 radians per second square. Okay, so these are the values which you will be getting after drawing the acceleration and velocity